question. What is this season seven? No, it's not. Is it season six? No, it's not. We don't know what it is. 6.5. It's a Rock Cave extra episode. Welcome, Michael Murray and Frank Sassano. Thank you for joining us. And if people didn't read the topic, I think they can probably figure it out. Michael's got it. Michael's rep. There he is. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Why are we here today? And the reason why we're doing this is our good friend, Professor Paul Chabot, a frequent Rock Cave contributor. He's been on like once or twice. But yeah, he's been going through some health stuff. He's on the mend, so we're just gonna. We decided we were gonna do an episode for him. And when we talked about it, Frank was like, I think he might have said something to you about this. So Frank, what did he mention this to you or what?
Yeah, he asked me out of the blue, is Seventh Son of a Seventh Son a perfect album? Because he had just listened to it. And I think he was borderline. He really, really enjoyed it. And that was the album that got me into Maiden. So for me, it's like perfect for sure. It's a perfect album. It's a wonderful album. It came out in 1988. So that was, yeah, I didn't get into Maiden until after college. I think we might have that in common, coming to metal late. So for me, it was way late because I did high school 78 to 82. In that range, it was new wave, classic rock, hard rock, right? Metal was not even, Maiden didn't exist. Judas Priest was just coming out of Prague, starting to establish themselves with the Studs and Letter. But yeah, nobody really talked about metal much in those days. So it was Black Sabbath, really, I guess.
Absolutely. And so when he mentioned that and was he's a big Iron Maiden fan and he's mentioned it. It's I think one of the live albums was one of his top live albums on the episode we did for that. I think he saw the Power Slave tour, but I looked that up and I was like, I think he must have been in eighth grade or something when he went to that. And so we decided we were going to just talk about Iron Maiden and come up with a top 10 list for songs and talk a little bit about our experience or lack thereof with Iron Maiden. Michael, you said, yeah, I'm in on that. And what do you think about Maiden?
Well, I think I'm with Frank. I was a late comer to Maiden. Obviously, they were big on MTV in the early 80s. So some of my top tens are going to be reflected of that because that's really how I got to know them. But we'll talk about it a little bit later on. But I was really actually surprised when I went back and started listening to this again as to why I wasn't a bigger fan. I mean, a lot of their songs are basically prog metal, and
Absolutely.
that,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
hello, I'm the prog guy. So the bass playing on some of these songs is so melodic as opposed to the, doom, 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 standard stuff. I mean, he plays it almost like a guitar, and
Yeah.
uh, I'm really surprised now looking back after not listening to them for a couple of years as to why I haven't been listening to them all along because it seems like a great fit for me. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, that was my
It might
experience.
go. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Mark. If you like the prog aspect of it, their later albums are super long. Like I think Senjutsu from 2021 is 80 plus minutes. They have a couple that are like that are 85 minutes with 10 or 11 songs, and there's some really long ones with lots of musical instrumental pieces and changes in tempo and all that. So yeah, I think you'll find that they've evolved into 100% bona fide prog metal at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so and my experience was the same. Like I think the first Iron Maiden song I ever heard in my life was on Headbangers Ball, and it was Wasted Years, and it was at midnight, and I liked the video, but it didn't make me buy an album, and
Mhm.
I just didn't have anyone in my life that was playing Maiden, and even when I finally got into metal out of my new wave '80s thing, and even the '80s stuff like Rat and all that stuff, which I was a huge fan. I'm a huge Rat fan. But I didn't get into what the heavier stuff for the time till 1990s when I started listening to Queensryche, and that was Operation Mindcrime and then backwards. and then some Metallica, and then some like tangents like Death Angel and Danzig and all this stuff. But Maiden never, I never picked up a Maiden disc. It just didn't happen. And I mean, I saw them with Paul Chabot in 2003. I went with him because he's like, we got to go see Maiden, but I still didn't know their music in 2003. And so finally, over the last however many years, when same thing, Michael, I started listening, I was like, what the hell? I was like, this stuff, one, is amazing. I feel like a poser because like I'm the latest fan there is, must be like, right? And I'm like, this music is great. And to your point, it's the bass and the change ups and the double guitars and
Yeah,
the
all
topic
that.
the topics, the historical topics and the lyrics and the I mean everything. I'm like, this is not remotely what I thought it was in the when I was in high school or college. But on the other hand, I wonder if you played it for me then. I probably just wasn't ready anyway. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you played it for me when I was even into Queensryche, if it would have been my jam. But it's hard to picture it now because you listen to it now and you're like, and that's right. They're touring right now. They're on their 50th anniversary. This is, established 1975. They're on the Run for Your Lives tour, which just started in Athens, Greece on May 23rd. They played 17 songs. They try to cover the gamut of the old stuff with some new stuff. They played a song they haven't played since 1988, Infinite Dreams. And when you look at the video of the crowd, I mean, they're selling out. There's a lot of Maiden fans across the world. It's like when you watch the videos of seeing Rush play in Rio de Janeiro or
Yeah.
whatever. Like Maiden's got a huge following, and there's a reason. The music is pretty amazing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. I love the fact that they actually tell stories in their songs. It's not just, she loves you, yeah, yeah. I mean, they actually have a story that doesn't repeat, which is so, nowadays you don't get that. I mean, it's almost like they're singer-songwriters, but they're heavy metal. So, I mean, kudos to them because they've got to memorize like a book worth of lyrics for a concert. I mean, I couldn't imagine it.
Right.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned that, Michael, because there's plenty of bands that I'm really into, and it's pretty easy to memorize the lyrics, like of a Van Halen song or some, right? I mean, but there's something about Maiden's lyrics that are so complicated and deep. It's not easy to remember the lyrics really well, beginning to end. Some of the songs are so long, it's almost impossible. I don't know how to Bruce stuff, but there's lots of 6, 7, 8 verses in some of these songs,
Well,
and
and
it's just
they're not always repeating a refrain. They might have a
yeah,
chorus that they do. Like there might be the little bit of what the song's called, but chances are it's just telling a story where it's
yeah.
going on and on and on. So yeah.
So you got to
So
remember a story as opposed to kind of rhyming the lyrics. I mean, they do rhyme often,
yeah,
but yeah,
right.
it's more challenging uh,
Yeah.
to do
So
that.
yeah, so what we decided to do is we decided to come up with our own top 10 aside from each other. And the way we were going to guide this is that Frank, who's got the most Maiden experience of the three of us, whatever that means, if which is still a
Relative.
lot more. You've got a lot, yeah, which is a lot, by the way. So you're going to guide us with your top 10. We're going to chime in because a lot of the things you assuming are going to be on our list too. And then Michael and I will fill in any blanks after if we had something different to say. And we're just going to do all things Maiden. So are you ready, Frank?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
So yeah, probably everybody can assume that the top 10 is going to primarily be from their meat years, right? From Number of the Beast, which was their third album, their first with Bruce Dickinson, through to probably Seventh Son in 1988, before his departure. They've done great stuff after that. I have some deep cuts that I'll share from some of those albums, even some non-Bruce stuff. But yeah, no, the number one song for me, and I think what did it for me was seeing the song played live because the set was amazing, and it really does tell a story. This is a song off Peace of Mind called Revelations, and it's really based on a poem that was written in 1906 by this guy Chesterton. That's titled, I think, "Oh God, an Altar," right? But It's really, really a neat song. It really speaks to kind of, the troubles of the time and, believing in yourself more than anything, I feel like. So I love that song, Revelations. It's got a great riff. There was parts during the song live where, there's an opportunity for the crowd to just go "Roar," and just yell. So, and then the ending of the song is great because it's very theatrical. He ends up just with the refrain, it is you, and he points to the crowd, and it's very, I don't know, sort of mystical and a neat experience. So I love that song. I don't know if it's in any of your top 10, but I love it.
All right. I did not put that in my top 10, but there's no particular reason. So that's I mean definitely a good song for sure. But you saw it live, so that's also what could
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
I did.
Uh,
That was a consideration. I think that would be in my top 15, but just didn't make the top 10.
Number two is a song Mark just mentioned, Infinite Dreams, which is off Seventh Son. And it's a very unique song, I feel like, for Iron Maiden. It's if you hear the guitar lick in the beginning, that the intro into the song, it's very lilty. It almost sounds like Hendrix, really. Listen to it, it really sounds like something Jimi Hendrix to me would have played, which is really, really interesting. And again, it's another really thinking man's song, this Infinite Dreams. So that's number two for me.
All right. Also not on my list. So, but when I read that about the tour, I listened to it and I was like, all right. And I was pretty amazed that they hadn't played it since '88. So interesting. So yeah.
That was
Uh,
off mine too, but again, a contender.
Number three, you'll probably have Flight of Icarus. So off Peace of Mind. Again, another story about, from the ancient gods and stuff. So love the chorus in that one. They did it live, was an amazing set. Um, yeah, so one and three are off the same album, Peace of Mind, which I think a lot of people consider to be their best.
Frank, you're on a roll here. You're that's not
You
on
don't
my
have
list
that one either.
either. So, I mean, Maiden's got so many songs. That's just a testament to how many songs. So this is going to be exciting to go through this list for this reason. So yeah.
That was
All
surprising.
right. That's a good one. All right.
That was my number
Uh,
three song. So
That was
that,
what?
that was my number three.
Number three. All
oh, so we
right.
matched
Good.
up.
All right.
Nice. Four is Run to the Hills
There you
off
go.
of Number of the Beast. Another great historical kind of song, if you know the lyrics, right? It's, white man came and, you have the Indians, you have the white man, the struggles, a little bit of Manifest Destiny, I suppose, and love that one. That was one of the ones that was the early MTV video song that you saw, in early MTV days.
Yeah, and I can see why that's a crowd. I mean, there's a lot about that to be a crowd favorite. That definitely hits a lot of people's list for that, and it's pretty amazing to see live. And yeah, for sure, absolutely has to be on a top 10 list.
Yeah, that was actually my number one.
Oh, nice. Okay. So we're two out of four here, Michael. Great. Yeah, that one, I don't know if you guys ever heard of a band called Steven Seagals or Steven
No.
Seagulls. They're a
Mhm.
Finnish sort of folk band that covers metal songs. They were really popular during COVID and just after COVID. And they do a version of Run to the Hills that's great. You should check it out.
Okay.
For a lark. It's pretty cool.
All right.
Number five, I'm going with Caught Somewhere in Time, which is the title cut from Somewhere in Time, which is a 1986 record where they started experimenting with synth a little bit, things that synthesized the guitars, gave it a little sound, a different sound, somewhat of a controversial album for that. I think the real hardcore people, Maiden fans that love, Number of the Beast, the debut, the Killers, Number of the Beast on up through Power Slave, probably were like, it has wasted years on it. But I think Caught Somewhere in Time is an amazing song. It's it's a loose concept album about time and space and distance, and a lot of the songs are about that. So
All right.
I find it neat.
It
Um,
wasn't on my list, but that's why I'm excited about this topic today.
Wasn't on my list either, but again, like Mark just said, that's half the fun of this episode because now there's things I need to listen to.
okay, number six, Hallowed Be Thy Name, also off Number of the Beast, a great one to see live. About a guy on death row, amazing storytelling, and the singing is demands some pretty intense skills. So I think it's a great song from a vocal standpoint to listen to.
Yeah, that was my number one, and it makes the list as one of the best metal songs of all time when you look at those lists. That is up there for sure on a lot of those lists, and that's just I mean that's a great song. Really good.
The opening with the
Great song. That was
bell.
my number 8.
Nice.
Excellent. I have number seven, another one from Somewhere in Time, Stranger in a Strange Land. Um, it's a pretty cool song, great riff. Highly recommend. You guys might not have it, but I think it's fantastic. It comes up as a lot as people's among their favorites. But that's my seven.
That was my number 10, written by Adrian Smith. Not really heavy pace, a lot of
No.
bass, a lot of bass on that one.
Hmm.
And about the Arctic explorer that just discovered frozen body, like that whole thing. Another story that is a historical, actual story, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But great song. Yeah, love that one. So good.
Great song. Love it. Unfortunately, did not make my top 10.
Okay.
It was close
I,
though.
yeah. I have one here. If you like bass, you probably don't know it, but I love it. It's off of Seventh Son. It's called The Clairvoyant. And the way that song starts with the slapping bass, the rhythms are amazing. It's a very uh, Seventh Son is a really interesting album. It's all about the seventh son of his seventh son who has powers that are coming to be. He doesn't really know what his fate is, but wonders about it. A lot of the album is about the parents, wondering what's going to become of their son, the battle between good and evil. So this song is all about, him coming to realize his father coming to realize his son has these powers. So he goes to a seer to try to get what's going to happen in the future. The bass is amazing. It's got a lot of, kind of crescendos, very majestic song.
Nice.
Another one you probably don't have at number nine is from their latest album. Bruce Dickinson did a fantastic video of it. It's Writing on the Wall. So it's, off their Senjutsu album from 21, which I think it's a great album, but you got to be into the late Maiden, which is very prog. So I think Mike will give it a shot. But yeah, if you look it up, there's a wonderful video that accompanies the song, and it's probably one of their few political songs that they've put out there. So I'll just leave it at that.
It wasn't on my list, but I do have a song from that album, so we'll get back to that.
Yeah, I did not have that one on it, but you did mention it to me, and I will be checking that one out.
And number 10 is Aces High off Power Slave. So
Nice.
love that one. When I saw it live, they had an amazing set with a big airplane, hovering over the stage, and it's a pretty cool song. I do like that one.
That was like my number 11.
That was my number 10.
All right, nice.
All right, we matched up on 4 or 5.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's
what did
good.
I miss?
All right, Michael.
Well, I did the ones that I had that were different. I had the Trooper.
Yep, that's my number
Yeah.
4.
Yep, that was my number 2. That
That's
again, that was a big MTV song that got me into them to begin with.
And that's Peace of Mind in '83. And then it's funny, one article I read of a guy who wrote his top Maiden songs, he put Run to the Hills, and he says, if I put Run to the Hills, I can't put Trooper because they're the Trooper because they're the same song. Um, but that was my number four. I don't care if they're similar. There's a lot of things I like about the time changes and whatever, like a lot of stuff. So yeah, Troopers on my list, number four.
That one for me is was sitting
Yeah,
right outside the top 10.
yeah, yeah.
And then I had 2 Minutes to Midnight was next for me.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's my number eight.
Okay.
That's Power Slave 84.
Yep.
Yep, good one.
We'll be getting back to Power Slave a little bit later.
Oh yeah, I think I know which one.
um, and then my next one was The Klansman. And I think it's important to say that this is, as you can see by my shirt, this was talking about Scottish Klansmen, not, you know, white trash, racist guys wearing
Right.
hoods.
Yes. Yeah.
This was again, about the Scottish independence and their fight. Great song, long song, more my style. Again, we talk about the Metal of Prague and the excellent bass work. This is that.
And that one was a Blaze Bailey song, right?
Yeah.
That's not Bruce. They did two albums with Blaze.
Yep.
All right.
And then continuing on that theme, the next one I have is Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's my number two.
Okay, excellent.
13 minutes and 45 minutes of twin guitars and time changes. What's not to like about that one? Power Slave, prog metal. I mean, it's 84, but prog metal for sure at that number, at that length. I mean, I've seen TikToks. I'll go through and there's someone, random person, young person will have that as their thing that they're singing the lines to, and you're like reminded of how great that is.
Is that one the last song on Power Slave? Do they finish with a 14-minute song on the album? Or is it the last song on the first side? I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
My next one, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna. Did you say Number of the Beast, or is that Frank? Was that one of yours?
No, I didn't say that one.
Yeah.
I had two, I think, off Number of the Beast.
Right.
But I didn't have that one.
So that was my number five.
Okay.
I mean, the Bruce Dickinson scream at the beginning is iconic.
Oh my God, one of
and,
the best
and the
albums.
bass and drums on that one, I mean, yeah, so good. That's great. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
that one doesn't come up as one of the best rock screams you always have, like
Right.
We'll Get Fooled Again and
Yeah,
some
right.
other
It's gotta be on a list. It's gotta be on a list.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then the last one I had that was different was Power Slave.
Okay. I
So
did not have that one.
there seems to be a lot from one album here, but that's all right. I like it.
Nice. Well, I found out about myself too. So, and it turns out, and so during this process, I was like, wow, it turns out I have a favorite Maiden album. So let's see. We did Hollow, we did Rhyme, we did Run to the Hills and Trooper, Number of the Beast. So that was my top five. Number six, Fear of the Dark.
Oh yeah.
I really like that song. Ninth album, 1992, the last one with Dickinson until 1999, their first double studio LP. I just found myself really enjoying that song.
It's a great song live.
Yeah.
And it
So-
gets a huge response from the crowd. It really does.
Yeah, so that was number six for me. I put Wasted Years on there somewhere in time just because that's the song that's the first one I ever heard in that beginning, the video. It's just like, I mean, I hear that first few notes and I'm like, okay, that's my introduction to Maiden. I mean, I don't even know if it's a fan favorite or not. Maybe it is because of the guitar lick, but it's, it made my list. Did we do 2 minutes to midnight? No, mine was eight was
Yes,
two.
I think
Okay, all
we'll
right.
have
Yeah,
that.
that was number eight. Senjutsu got number nine for me, Frank.
Okay. Yeah,
Japanese for Tactics, their 17th studio album. I listened to that and I was like, okay, all right, I dig this. This is Prague. And I was like, wow, 2021. I'm a fan. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
So that's the opening song, I think, to the album with the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. And then my 10 was Stranger in a Strange Land. So that was my top 10. And I did have a deep, I don't know if it's a deep cut, but you're going to talk about that in a second, Frank. But I really did enjoy the Wicker Man from 2000 was like number, you know,
Yeah,
11.2 or something. I really enjoyed that.
yeah. That one is also quite popular, along with the Klansman. Yeah, from that era. Yeah, that's a good one.
Excellent list. Actually, both of you guys had great lists.
They're all, I mean, it covers the gamut of everything. I mean, like I said, Michael, you're a Power Slave guy, it turns out, and it turns out that I'm like I had three from which one did I have three from? Number of the Beast. Which one was it? One of these. Anyway, I'm like, I guess that's my yeah from Number of the Beast. Turns out that's my favorite
Yeah.
Maiden album because I had three from that out of 10.
I think I had it pretty spread out. Let's see, two from Peace of Mind, two from Somewhere in Time, two from Number of the Beast, two from Seventh Son, and one each from Senjutsu and Power Slave.
Yeah, so
So
that's a good
I'm all
mix.
over the map.
Yeah. So like I said, I saw them with Paul in 2003. Frank, you saw a tour. You said it was
2022 Legacy of the
2022.
Beast in
Yeah, yeah.
Tampa.
And
Um,
every time they come around, I'm looking to see, and it's like stadium tour. Uh, yeah, it's a big nut to crack to go see them now, still to this day, which is a testament to them on their 50th anniversary. It's pretty amazing.
I don't know.
Years
Are
ago.
they they're touring this year, I believe, but I don't know if they're in Europe.
Yeah, it's Athens 2020. It just
Yeah,
started
yeah. So they're in Europe
May
now.
2026.
Yeah.
17 songs, and yeah, and they're just killing it. And you go to their website, and they got their 50th t-shirts. I got Paul's shirt. I got him the Power Slave one.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
you hear a concert, right? 17 songs. I think the one I saw was 15 or 16. You're like, what the hell? How long do they play? Well, they play for 2.5 hours. These are, that's
long, yeah.
7 songs.
Right. I saw the
Take your
17
time.
too, and I was like, 17. I'm like, I think Billy Joel played like 26 songs, but you're like, okay, Maiden doesn't have a 2 minute song or a 3 minute
No,
song. So,
so
so
they do
yeah,
not.
and I mean, with a catalog like that, it's like, I mean, it's just like, that's why Metallica can do 3 nights at a festival and then do no repeats. You can buy a package
Exactly.
where you see them 3 nights and they don't repeat a song. Like,
Uh,
you know.
Yeah, it's
Maiden
impressive what
Maiden
Rush
could
has
play for
done.
4 hours and not
Yeah.
and not play the song twice. Yeah. But it's the other thing was interesting when I read about all this is that every time I read and was doing my research, every single time it said the album was loved by critics. I mean, all the Dickinson stuff. Loved by critics, praised, fans, everybody. Everybody loved all their albums. I mean, I can't speak to the ones that Bruce wasn't on because I think those didn't tend to do very well. Those
No,
got,
not too much. Although Paul Diano, right, the debut and Killers, um,
yes.
which neither of them have I listened to until really recently, and it sounds like a different band.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, some of the signature Maiden sound is there, guitar wise and all that,
Yeah.
but the voice and it just sounds like
Yeah.
to me a different band.
But every
Um,
time I would look, I'd be like, okay, well, what did they think about this? I was like, okay, do I need to keep looking at this album? And it'd be like, critics and fans loved it. It was well received by everybody. And I'm like, okay. So apparently I have to listen to every Dickinson studio album from beginning to end to really get the gist of this band because it was loved by everybody. I just didn't
I
know it
think the
was
only
out.
one that kind of got meds and meds was the No Prayer for the Dying
Mm,
in 90, right after Seventh Son, the one right after Seventh Son.
mm,
I don't know what happened there, but and then they did Fear of the Dark, which was really kind of a comeback, and then he left.
yeah.
So then there was sort of this period from 92, 3 to 99 where they
Yeah.
had, I think, only two albums.
Yeah. And those didn't get too well received. Yeah.
But I will say one of the Blaze Bailey songs that I like that is a great deep cut that they played live is Sign of the Cross. I don't know if you guys have heard
I
that
don't
one.
know.
I recommend checking that one out if that's also a really solid Blaze song. Another one that's 7, 8 minutes. So
Mhm.
long. If you really like long ones, Michael, I would say check out Empire of the Clouds
Okay.
on Book of Souls from 2015. That is an epic. I mean, it's like 18 minutes. It's fantastic. So check that one out for one of the ones from the later albums. From one of the earlier albums, which I got into from their debut, Remember Tomorrow, different sounding song from Maiden, but I do really love the riff. So that's it with Paul Di'Anno. That's a good one. And I have one more deep cut that I thought would be good. I'm choosing between Lost in a Lost World off Senjutsu. I think
Hmm.
that's the fourth song right after Writing on the Wall. And on Seventh Son, The Evil That Men Do. Great song. So
Okay,
check those two out as well.
absolutely. Will do.
Yeah,
All right, that's all things Maiden, right? I mean, but we didn't mention Eddie at all. You got to mention Eddie, right?
that's
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
He-
talk about a band that just has put a lot of different things together, but Eddie comes out and he's like 16 feet tall. And and I mean the show, the theatrics are just over the top, so great.
So when they did the Trooper, did they have a big, tall Eddie and Bruce, fighting
Yeah,
him with a sword or something?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a must do, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody expects that.
Right.
So yeah,
All right.
Eddie's probably like one of the rock mascots of all time, right? I'm trying to think of others, but
Yeah, is
I mean,
there I don't know. Yeah, right. There's
like
nobody
the
like
Stones' lips, but they're just
right.
lips, not a
There-
character.
Right. There's nobody like Eddie.
No.
No, it's awesome actually. At my store we sell like there's a World War II Spitfire with Eddie as the pilot, licensed by Iron Maiden. We sell those. We've got tour buses with Eddie on. I mean, we've got all sorts of stuff with Eddie on it. I mean, it's hilarious. It's great
That's
stuff.
that's amazing. All right, people. Like I said, all things Maiden on this special episode in between seasons here in the Rock Cave. Michael, Frank, thank you for finally being able to put this together. We've had to postpone a few different times. It's going to take me a little time to edit this too, so I'm going to try to get this out as soon as I can. But to Professor Paul Chabot on the men, looking forward to having you back on the cave whenever that
Sure.
happens and hear your knowledge. I'm sure you're going to have plenty to say about Maiden when that time comes. So cheers, Paul.
Yeah, cheers to
Yep.
Paul.
Cheers,
Cheers,
cheers.
Paul. Get
Yep.
well soon.
Yep. And gentlemen, we've got more to talk about with season 7. We're gonna do more and more episodes with guests, so you guys will be front and center for that for sure. We've got plenty more to talk about. Hard to believe 7 seasons is coming, but turns out we can just keep on talking if we want. So appreciate you both, and yeah,
Mhm.
this was fun. So I'm excited. I'm excited for when season 7 comes. And once again, you guys did a great job. So appreciate your knowledge and your input. And yeah, this was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoyed it a lot and glad we got to do it. One of my favorite bands now, so it's always good to talk about one of your favorites.
Yep. All right, you want to take it out with me, and then we'll catch again soon. So, all right, everybody, whatever you're doing today, thanks for tuning in to Iron Maiden, and whatever you're doing, it is listening to Iron Maiden. You're gonna queue it up for 4 hours and listen to every single Maiden
That's
song,
awesome.
and get back to us about your top 10 because clearly, top 10 lists can be very different. But yeah, listen to some Maiden, chime in on the comments. Whatever you're doing today, hope involves music, and as usual. We'll catch you on the
Catch
Catch you
you
on
flip
on
the
the
flip
flip
side.
side.
side.